Hi YouTube, happy 420 if you celebrate that or Easter. Happy Easter to you. Um, I'm really not celebrating anything. I don't know, today's Doug's birthday too, but he's 8 years older than I am. He's 75 today. So he's out doing some work. He thinks he has to work today. I'm not doing anything. I don't think. Not yet, anyway. I'm going to make them some pizza later. So, cheers, everybody. At 420, the high frequency tribe, Hamish up there, is going to do his infamous bowl cut. He has a video, oh, it must be 12 years ago now, where he did his hair in a bowl cut. Just, and he's gonna do it again today. Um, he's sober now, but he's gonna do it just in remembrance for 420. So he's gonna do it a live stream at 420 and cut his hair. He's done that before online a couple. One time he gave himself a mohawk. So my yogurt didn't turn out like yogurt. Well, it would have if I had just stirred it into like Greek yogurt. At that point, I got it to do what it was supposed to do, but it had a aging flavor to it that I didn't want with a yogurt. So I won't use buttermilk as a culture next time. I'll just use yogurt, plain yogurt. But so I turned it into cottage cheese. At that point, I could have turned it into mozzarella or cottage cheese or aged cheddar. So I went with the cottage cheese, and we had that last night with some fruit, and I had some crackers, and um, a friend of Doug's called to tell him happy birthday, but his wife was eating crackers last night too. She got sent to the hospital. She was putting peanut butter on them and had an allergic reaction. These are people that are like around my age. I'm 67. I think they're about in their 70s. If you're watching, yeah, I hope she's going to be okay. I'm pretty sure she'll be okay. But Jim and Connie, if you see this, happy holidays. you know, glad you made it through another one. So I was gonna talk about my oh pent up emotions and them escaping at times, and people that can really see through that, and they aren't ego driven, like you really get where I'm coming from. Thank you so much. I know by the videos that I've seen today who gets it and who doesn't, and who's pretending to, which is okay. Maybe if you pretend enough, you'll actually get there. like. So, oh, can't say I didn't do anything today. I did feed them cats outside and I did some exercises, but I mean, as far as doing any housework or anything, I'm just gonna cook something later and that's about it. So, yesterday was when you're doing like experimental stuff. See, I haven't made like yogurt and cheese for like it's been a while, and I forgot some of the process. So anyway, it was edible. It didn't go to waste. I could have put it in baked with it, like made some bread or biscuits or what gravy, whatever. It wouldn't have gone to waste. And with the animals out there, so it wasn't it didn't, it turned out great. The cottage cheese was good. It's just that I was making yogurt. So, and it for people that are know anything about cheese making, you might have just laughed there because yeah, it's a science, big time, you know. Baking or cooking, it's all scientific, especially baking. Excuse me. Whoops. And then I go and drop my cigarette. Burning down the house. I love that song. Does anybody else feel like that? Like these people we know that are shady and they don't want to be honest people. Don't you just feel like frying everything and starting over just because of them? People like that? Well, I honestly feel like that often. You know, I can't help it. You know, I look around and see how vacant emotions are in people, and it's like, well, what are you even good for? I'm not oversensitive. I'm actually just right, like my coffee here, you know. I'm not reaching for the stars, asking for people to show their humanity, you know. It's like, or what would it be? I'm not, it's not like pulling teeth or, yeah, whatever. I think you get what I mean, you know. Yeah. Hey, every once in a while, if I didn't flip out from people's stupid shit, I'd probably actually do something. It's better for me to voice my opinion and my feelings and emotions. And some people, like you, maybe, um, feel like that, you know, every so often. And yeah, it's a real thing, you know. Of course, like I say, my offer's always open if anybody ever wants to spar, if you're a martial artist, or if you want to learn something. I can teach you a few things, of many few things. Come on over. Yeah, I have on my Facebook too. I wear many hats. Um, Martial arts or dancing. Um, it would be hard for me to really pick which art I like most. I actually, yes, I like dancing more, but if I have to fight, I at that moment, I'm not really thinking about any music or anything, you know, so yeah. Hopefully not be like twinkle twinkle little star. You know. Anyway. Yeah, the tractor was stuck out in the backyard. I think it's unstuck now, as we can probably hear on here. I don't know. But yeah, he got it stuck in a. We have a lot of springs on our land. Not the boing boing kind, but the water kind that come up through the ground, and the frost is still coming out of the ground too. So there's a lot of moisture in the land. And yeah, he probably just used the bucket and backed up, but he got it stuck late last night, so he wasn't gonna. And it was cold out, so he was yeah, not gonna work out there too long. So anyway, I didn't even know if I was gonna make a video today or not. I thought, no really big deal if I snap and people don't get where I'm coming from, 'cause I know, like, okay, like, uh, more softer natured women might be totally turned off by, and a lot of men are so ego driven they couldn't see that I would actually like save their lives or something, either medically or physically in a altercation or that type of thing. So my nature actually has served a purpose and saved people for real out on this planet, medically and physically. So my nature is just me. So if your ego can get past that warrior nature in me and walk alongside me as my friend, or back to back in a bad situation, thank you. I appreciate that you can really vibe with that. You know, I have big respect. And don't get me wrong, for women that have had the opportunity to stay soft or had taken themselves out of the environment so they could remain that way, I have a big honor and respect for you as women. It's when I have females coming at me for battling men that are coming at me that then I get a big, and it's a hatred for that female that wouldn't see my pain, because I never wanted to be that warrior, but I was forced to be. As a little kid, I even had to save my mom, and I would stand up to big men in order to do that, and I started doing that at a really young age. So, any woman that would come against that defense on their behalf and not see the humanity behind the whole thing, you're not even feminine. You don't even know what it is. You're dust, soft. So, for that type. And there's men like that too. It's like, oh, I don't want to break my fingernail. Yeah. Yeah, if I had been given the opportunity to never ever have to battle, that would have been my first ideal option as a woman or a girl. You know, I would have loved it. That wasn't the path I was on. I wasn't on the easy path of ignorance and humanity and what's going on, and just sitting idly by and letting people do whatever they want to do and not saying or doing anything about it. I just can't, you know. In any environment I've ever been, religious, schools, political, socially, even shopping, if I see things that are unjust, I just can't take it. I just can't take it and not say something about it, you know? And it is mostly too. There's a lot of men that think, oh, they're the alpha male and they're really loud, and I've met like either totally queer or bi men and women that go like way overboard um, with their sexuality like that. Like a man's gonna act like super macho and um, to attract another man, obviously, because if you get where I'm coming from with that. So, or that women that would actually try to cover their femininity, you know, by way of proving to themselves or to the world that they're more masculine, like we're a combination of those things. No, honey, when I'm mad and I feel like fighting, I'm a woman and I might cry while I'm fucking doing it too, you know, because I don't want to be that. You know, there's a big difference there. That's the old don't poke the bear type of thing right there. I'm the the poster child for don't poke the bear, you know. So everybody thought, "Oh, she's kind, she's nice, she's soft. We can keep doing this until you can't, you know. Always underestimating me is what it is until I snap." What is that? Is some stupid game people enjoy playing? And then you get to say, "Oh, look how low you went." Well, yeah, it takes a while for me to go down those stairs, but once I get there, I'll rule that fucking place. So yeah, take me low. It's okay. I'll rise, even through the depths of hell. So, because to do the things that I've done in this world that some people recognize and others try to ignore isn't something that everybody was meant to do. And it took too much work for most people to even broach that subject, you know? So, I mean, all in all, I'm really not explaining myself because I feel like I have to justify anything. I'm just talking to people that are my friends that can totally feel on that level that it wasn't that you changed. Nothing has changed about me. It's just that people didn't understand who I was from their perspective. It's like a liar isn't going to recognize an honest person or even care about it because they're not coming from that perspective. Or like a woman that's never had a child could never um, relate to one that has fully, not in motherhood, not in that motherhood. Neither can a man for that matter. I mean, you can get a grip on what that might be. Like, I can get a grip on what it is like to care for a whole family, the pressures of that, you know. But I can't exactly say that I would um, wage my soul on exactly how another person feels. It's like these people that try to perceive who I am. You're not going to be able to wage your soul on what I'm feeling. I mean, you can relate. Some of you can really relate. But ones that have no clue and you're not on that same path, You really should stop speaking about things that you don't have the knowledge of to talk on, you know. It's like I say, I'm not justifying myself. I'm just talking about me on my channel, about my life to people that I think have probably lived through similar things and are totally sick of it. And it isn't that we changed our personality, it's just that we got sick of the ones that didn't want to grow along with us. Or there was a little more I wanted to say on that too, just a sec. Um, or they liked us the way we were so they could manipulate us easier to keep us on that lower vibration, you know, or that we were controllable when we didn't say anything to defend ourselves. That's where I'm at. I'm not going to be quiet and let people just try and run over me to try and bury me while I'm still breathing, you know. Is it 4:20 yet? No, but I'm going to have a hit. I already have today. Maybe you can tell. Maybe not. Doesn't matter, right? Maybe I'm always high. No, I'm not. Uh, I know some people who are, though. They go to bed getting high and they wake up getting high. It's their whole life. Some people. Like the beer for breakfast type, if you know any of those, I have. Probably not the best thing to be around, you know. Yeah, I'll get back to what I was talking about. I know you can hear the tractor now. It's all right. Um, it's just that I have never changed. It's just that I kept my nicer side on display out of respect for other people. And when I didn't see that respect returned, I didn't care anymore, you know. When I saw the lack of concern for me, it's like, oh, so this is how we play this game. Okay, I'll join in. I'll bite if y'all want to be jerks. Let me be the big one. That's what really surprised people, was thinking that my sweet nature was just my personification. Like that was it. So every time I was teased or laughed at or ridiculed or put down, I just kind of brushed it off or thought, yeah, well, fuck you too, or whatever, you know. Um, they thought there was no fight in me, but I was like adding it up. It's what I do. You know, it's like, that's just really how I operate. It's like, okay, I just had enough. You just flipped that switch, you know? And then they're surprised. It's like, what? How could you possibly be surprised at my violent reaction to being poked too many times, you know? It's like these women that have never had to fight a man or protect other people from violence or any of those situations like that. it's easy for them to talk about what they've never lived through, you know, or how they would approach that situation. Yeah, I see how you all approach that situation when you cower, you know. I got sick of cowering. And because of that, I saved lives, you know. I was able to get um, men and women out of bad situations where they were going to be hurt if I hadn't have stepped in. Yeah, you'd think a whole lot different if it was your stupid little ass sitting there cowering. I was helping you, wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. You'd think a lot different. You'd think, wow, am I ever glad she was there? You're not thinking that because I've been battling the dark cabal on your behalf. You're not thinking, wow, she actually did that. No, you're looking for ways to make yourself feel better, saying, oh, but I wouldn't fight in that situation. Or you're not really supposed to say anything about the abuse you suffered or your endurance or, you know, no. You're supposed to just be quiet and be feminine and just let anybody say and do anything they want to you. And if you do say something, then your femininity's gone, your reputation is smeared, and other people that don't have the backbone to stand up for themselves or other people have the right to say and do anything to you and make themselves feel better just because they have a voice. Is that how you feel? Just wondering. I'm doing like they do. I'm speculating because I don't know, and neither do you. Especially when people can try and say, this is what my path is, or this is what God has a message from me to you, or telling people who's chosen and who's not. Yeah, right. It's all funny to me, oddly funny. I don't know about you all, but I choose myself. How about you? You feel chosen? Hi, me too. It's the Me Too movement again, only it's not about child predation or RAPE. It's the Me Too, I'm a chosen one. And I don't have to be Jewish to be one. How about that? Because did you know that the Gentiles get the word of God first? Huh. Go figure. Why is that? Because Judaism didn't listen the first time? Yeah. And God got pissed and destroyed their temple twice because of it. And they're going to go for round 3 too of that disobedience. Go for it, you dummies. Anyway, oh yeah. Well, that was probably a perfect thing to talk about on Easter, since they don't celebrate Easter. All the Christians um, follow the Hebrew written text, in the Greek Septuagint is where the original scriptures come from. So they have this watered down 1200 AD vowels were taken away and added in the Hebrew language out of the Greek in order to coin terms and change the scriptures. And that's what all modern Christianity follows, is their Judaism disguised. It's Zionism. And everybody's like, oh, praise Jesus. And they don't praise anybody. Oh, and you're all just following along with what they've written thousands of years ago, just for these times to deceive people. And everybody's clapping like seals, you know? You know. If you've ever seen seals clap. I have one more cigarette with you before I go, or a part of one here. Isn't that something though? And it even says I've got a video reading off of Wikipedia and I think it was the Washington Post, and then another video with I think it was Britannica um, Encyclopedia. All these places that it's documented where the Hebrew language was changed to coin terms. To me, I find that most hilarious, because right there, and then when you find out what the vowels were that were taken away and added, and you see the language and the words that were changed for their benefit to control people, and see how all religions have been um, conglomerated as a system to work against the people, and religions, major religions, are all a part of that scam. It's a big flippin' scam. And I'm a licensed ordained minister that is telling you the truth. I got licensed so I can perform marriages. So, um, but my studies are vast, and what I'm telling you is true. So, you know, doesn't take God out of our hearts or out of the picture. You know, we didn't create ourselves, unless you did. I don't know you personally. Maybe you did. In that case, if you made me, hey, thank you. Good job. Oh, shit. Did anybody tell God that? Why not, right? Guess it depends on how blessed you feel or not. I'm a walking contradiction when it comes to that. I'm never gonna feel entirely blessed because I work for it. If I didn't, I would. But that's not the case. I'm on a mission. So what I'm doing is actually it's like a favor, literally, in order to do some emotional work and help for other people that are just dying inside out there. That's what I'm for, to help you out like that. So I'm going to end it here. I love you all. I appreciate you being here. Probably see you very soon. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.